Hello friends. In last lecture we started the exercise questions from exercise 19.3. Now we'll continue with the same. So here is the first question that I'm taking from page number 944. Question number 12. Okay, a cricketer has a mean score. Question is, a cricketer has mean score of 58 runs of 58 runs in 9 innings. Find out how many runs. Find out how many runs are to be scored. Are to be scored in the 10th inning. In the 10th inning to raise the mean score. To raise the mean score to 61. Okay, so in short, it is given the mean of 9 innings is 58. So what should be the score in the 10th inning so that new mean becomes 61? So let us see how to solve this. Okay, mean of 9 inning is uh, 58. So here I can say x bar is equal to x1 plus x2 up to x9 upon 9. Okay, so now x bar is 58. Now this is sigma. I can write sigma xi up to 9, or better to write in this way only. Uh, x1 plus x2 up to x9 divided by 9. So this gives you x1 plus x2 plus up to x9 is equal to 58 multiplied by 9. Okay, so this is the total runs scored by cricketer in first 9 innings. 552, 522. Okay, this is the run scored by cricketer in uh, first 9 innings. We'll assume, now suppose uh, runs to be scored in 10th inning is x10. Okay, now new mean is equal to x1 plus x2 plus up to x9 plus x10 divided by 10. Now new mean is 61. Okay, it is new mean is 61, and we know x1 plus x2 plus x3 up to x9 is 522 plus x10 upon 10. So this gives you 610 is equal to 522 plus x10. So here I can find x10 is equal to 610 minus 522. Therefore, runs to be scored in the 10th inning is 98. Okay, this is the final answer. So please note it down. Then we will see the next question. Here it will be 88, not 98. Difference is 88. So this is the final answer. Now please note it down. Then we'll see the next question. Okay, after this next question we'll see, that is question number 14th from same page number, same exercise. Question number 14th. Okay, question is the average of 11 results, the average of 11 results is 50 if the average of the first 6 if the average of first 6 is 52 is 52 and that of the last 6 and that of the last 6 is 49. 49. The find the sixth result. Okay, so it is given average of first 6 observations, then average of last 6 observations. So let us see its solution. Okay, suppose the observations are, or the results are, x1, x2, x6, x7, then up to last x11. Now first 6, that means x1 to x6, and last 6, that means x7 to x11. Okay, so okay, now it is given average of first 6 observations is given. Okay, now we have to suppose the average of first 6 months. Also suppose average of first 6 results is x bar and that of last 6 results last 6 results is y bar. Okay, now I can write x bar is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x6 divided by 6. Now it is given average of first 6 observation is 50. That is x bar is equal to 50. So 50 is equal to x1 plus x2 up to x6 divided by 6. Therefore x1 plus x2 plus up to x6 is equal to 300. That means now we got the sum of first 6 observations. Okay, now in the same way, now we have now y bar is equal to x7 plus x8 up to x11 divided by 6. Now here we have the value of y bar, that is 49. So 49 is equal to x7 plus x8 plus x11 divided by 6. So here I will get the sum of last 6 observations as well. Therefore x7 plus x8, okay, last 6 will start from this one. Actually it should get start from x6. Okay, last 6 observations will start from x6, not from the x7. Okay, you can see x6, then x7, then x8, then x9, x10, x11. Then only it will become 6 observations. So it will get start from 6th observation, not from the 7th observation. So here I'll get x6 plus x7 up to x11 is equal to 49 into 6. 294. Okay, what we have to find? Sixth result. Okay, we have the average of first 6 observation, we have the average of last 6 observation. So we have now sum of first 6 observation as well as sum of last 6 observation. Okay, there is one more mistake here. Average of 11 is 50. Here I took average of this. So this must be 52. Okay, so here sum will be 312. Okay, average of 11 result is 50. I took average of 11 result as 6 result as 50. So here it will be 52. Okay, now we'll find the average of. Now x bar is equal to x1 plus x2, okay, plus x3 plus x4. I'm finding the average of 11 observation. Now suppose, okay, now suppose average of 11 observation is x bar. Okay, therefore x bar is equal to this up to x11 divided by 11. Now x bar is average of 11 result is 50 is equal to, here I can write x1 plus x2. If I do write all the observations, see what I'll get: x4 plus x5 plus x6 plus x7. Okay, or it's better to write in this way, that here I have sum of all 11 observations. Okay, so this can be written as x1 plus x2 up to x6 plus x7 plus x8 plus x9 up to x11 divided by 11. Okay, so I hope up to this point it is clear to you. Okay, see, x1 plus x2 plus x3 up to x6, that value I have already 312. So first of all, here if I take 11 over here, so this will become 550. At the place of this I am keeping 312. Okay, sum of first 6 observations, so I kept 312. Now from x7 to x9, so from here if I want to find this value, I can write x7 plus x8 plus x9 plus x10 plus x11 is equal to 294 minus x6. Okay, so this is 294 minus x6. So this gives you 550 is equal to minus x6. So ultimately I can say 550, that is x6, or the sixth observation is 56. Okay, so this is the final answer. Please note it down. Only one thing you have to take care, that here x1 to x6 is 312 and x7 to x11 from here 294 minus x6, that I kept over here. You can also do that x. Okay, so by solving this you will get the final answer. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now next question is question number 16. 16, 17, 18, 19. These four questions are actually the properties of mean. We already know these properties. Now just will prove these properties. So among these four, I will solve two for you. Remaining two have to do for your homework. Okay, so now next we'll see question number 16th. From the page number 944 itself. Question number 16th. This is if x bar is the mean of, question is if x bar is the mean of x1 comma x2 comma x3 comma xn, then prove that the mean of x1 plus a comma x2 plus a comma up to xn plus a is x bar plus a. It is something like that. If each observation is increased by a, then you have to prove the mean will also increased by a. Okay, so let us see it solution. So here we have x is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 up to xn divided by n. So this gives you x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 up to xn, that is sum of all observation is equal to n multiplied by mean, n x bar. Okay, now what? Find mean of these observation. These are again n observation. To find the mean of these n observation, what we have to do? Sum of these observation divided by number of observation. Okay, so now x1 plus a, or better to write now mean of the mean of x1 plus a comma x2 plus a comma up to xn plus a is given by this x1 plus a plus x2 plus a plus x3 plus a plus dot 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 plus xn plus a divided by a. Okay, now here you can see we have x1 plus a, x2 plus a up to xn plus a. That means we have this thing can be written as x1 plus x2 plus up to xn plus this a a n times plus a plus a plus n times. Okay, because there are n observations, so this can be written as n times divided by n. So further this will become, now we know x1 plus x2 plus x3 up to xn is nx bar. So here I do write nx bar, and this a n times is na upon n. So from here I can take n common, so x bar plus a upon n. So n and n cancel, so here I'll got x bar plus a, hence proved. Okay, so here we can say that mean of those new observation is x bar plus a. Okay, so please note it down. Then we will see one more question from these properties. Okay, now next question. If x bar is the mean of x1, x2, x3 up to xn, then prove that the mean of x1 minus a, x2 minus a, xn minus a is x bar minus a. Simply you have to follow the same method. Instead of here plus, you have to put minus. So here you will get minus. So that I am not going to solve over here. That you have to do in your homework. Now I will do the next sum. That is question number 18th. Okay, question number 18th. The question is, prove that if x bar is the mean of x1, x2, x3 up to xn, then prove that the mean of x1a, ax1 or x1a, then ax2, ax3, axn is ax bar. Is ax bar. Here one condition is given that a is not equal to 0. That I gave you when over there I said that a is non-zero number. So a should not be 0. So we'll start the solution almost in the similar way, that we need this information. X bar is equal to sum of all observations divided by number. Okay, now mean of these new observations that I have to find. So mean of ax1 plus mean of ax1 comma ax2, ax1 comma ax2 comma ax3 up to axn is given by ax1 plus ax2 plus ax3 up to axn divided by n. Okay, so this one is far easier than that. Simply I have to take a common, so I will get x1 plus x2 up to xn divided by n. Okay, now this x1 plus x2 plus x3 up to xn can be replaced by n x bar. divided by n. So this n and n will cancel out. So finally a x bar is the answer. Hence proved. Okay, so that was question number 18th. So please note it down. Then we will see the next question. Okay, now next question. After this next question we'll see that is question number 20. Question number 20, page number 945. Okay, if the mean of the following data, if the mean of the following data is 6, find the value of p. Find the value of p. Okay, some observations with their frequencies are given, and over there one observation is given in terms of p, and that p you have to find. So this is x, or I can say xi, and this is frequency. So 2, 4, 10, and finally it is p plus 5. Okay, then 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2. These are the frequencies. We have to obtain the value of p. So let us see how to solve the C. It is given mean. That means first of all we have to find the mean, and to find the mean we need x, then f, then xi, fi. That means we have over there in the first column we do write x, then in next column we do write f, and then finally here we write xi, fi, or simple I can write fx, doesn't matter. Okay, here I am writing it fi xi, and here fi xi, that I have to find. Okay, so 5 observations are there. And one row will take for the total. Okay, so here it is 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, not 8, it is 10, then p plus 5. These are the observations. Frequencies are 3, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so here fi xi is 6, 8, 18, 10, and here it is 2p plus 10. Okay, so sigma fi will be 11. Okay, so here I do write sigma fi is equal to 11, and here I have to write sigma fi xi. So this is 10 plus 10, 20, Okay, 20 plus 18, 38. Okay, 38 plus 14, 52. So this is 2p plus 52, 2p plus 52. Okay, 10 plus 10, 20, 20, 30, 38, 38 plus 14. Okay, so here we got the sigma fi xi as well as sigma fi. So now I'll apply the formula of x bar. Okay, now x bar is equal to sigma fi xi upon sigma fi. X bar over here it is given is 6. Sigma fi xi we obtained as 2p plus 52. Sigma fi is 11. Okay, now we can say this is a linear equation in one variable only. So 66 is equal to 2p plus 52. Therefore 66 minus 52 is equal to 2p, or 2p is equal to 14. So p is equal to 7. So unknown is 7, p is 7. So please note it down. Then we will see the next question. Okay, now let us see the next question. Okay, the next question is question number 23. See, almost similar questions are there. Either you have to find mean, or you have to find the median or mode, okay, or you have to find the missing value. So similar questions are there, but still let us see that question number 23. Over there you have to find the median. Find the median of the values. Find the median of the values. Okay, the values are 31, 38. Okay, here I am writing. They are 31, 38, 27, 28, 27, 28, 36, 25, 36, 25, 35, 40, 35, 40. So first of all, we have to write the values in the uh, increasing order, and then the middlemost value. So let us see solution on arranging the given values in increasing order. So very smallest one I am finding 25, then 27, 28. Okay, so 25, 27, 28. After that, in this 31, 36, 38, 31, 35, 36, 38, 31, 35, 36, 38, finally 40. Okay, again, we do check or recheck whether the all values have been taken or not. Here, first value is 25. Yes, it has been taken. Then 27. Okay. Then 28. Yes. Then 31. Then 35. Then 36. then 38, and finally 40. Yes, all values have been taken, as well as these values are in the increasing order. So now we'll count the how many values are there. There are 8 values. That means n is even. So here number of observations or values n are number of observations are 8. That is even. Okay. Therefore, median for median is equal to n by 2th observation plus n by 2 plus 1th observation divided by 2 will be the median. Okay, therefore m is equal to now n by 2, so n is 8. So 8 by 2th observation plus 8 by 2 plus 1th observation divided by 2. Okay, therefore now m is equal to 8 by 2, that is 4th observation plus 5th observation. Okay, 8 by 2 is 4, 4 plus 1 5, 5th observation divided by 2. So over here m is equal to now 4th observation you can count in the order, that is 31, and 5th observation is 35 divided by 2. So here I can write m is equal to 66 by 2, that is m is equal to, therefore m is equal to 33. So median of the given observation is 33. Okay, so please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now we'll see the next question, that is question number 27th. Question number 27th. The mean of 17534, the mean of 17534 and 4 is m. The numbers 32433, the numbers 32433 and p have mean, and p have mean m minus 1 and median q, and median q find P and Q. Find P and Q. Okay, let us see how to solve this question. Okay, it is given the mean of these is M. Mean of 1, 7, 5, 3 and 4 is M. So first of all, we'll find that. Okay, mean of 1, 5, 3, 4 and 4 is M. Therefore, I can write M is equal to 1 plus 7 plus 5 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4 divided by 6. So this gives you the value of M. However, they are not asking the value of M, but unless you won't get the value of M, it is not possible to get the value of P and Q, because the next set of observations and their mean is M minus 1. Okay, so we need M. So let us see. So 1 plus 7, 8, 5 plus 3, 8, 4 plus 4, 8. So 8 3s are 24 upon 6. Therefore, M is equal to 4. Okay. Now, the numbers have mean M minus 1. Now, 3, 2, 4, 3, 3 and P. Okay. Now, mean of 3, 2, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 4, 3, 3 and P is M minus 1. Okay, mean of 3, 2, 4, 3, 3 and P, mean of these is M minus 1. Therefore, I can write M minus 1 is equal to 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus P divided by 6. 3, 2, 4, 3, 3. 3, 2, 4, 3, 3 and P. 3, 2, 4, 3, 3, 3. Okay, so now I can put the value of M, that is 4. So 4 minus 1 is equal to, okay, 3 plus 2, 5 and this is 10. That is 15 plus P upon 6. Okay, so if I solve this further, I will get, therefore 3 is equal to 15 plus P upon 6. Okay, therefore 18 is equal to 15 plus P and hence P is equal to 3. Okay, so now these observations 3, 2, 4, 3, 3 and 3 have median Q, so we have to find the value of Q. Okay, now uh, median of median of uh, 3, 2, 4, 3, 3 and 3. Okay, as P is equal to 3. Okay, you can write this information over here as P is equal to 3 is Q. On arranging, okay, on arranging observations are, on arranging observations are or will be what, 2, okay, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 3, 3, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, then 4. So here by default we can see them definitely median is going to be 3 plus 3 by 2, that is 3. Okay, observations are this. Okay, here n is equal to n is equal to 6, that is even. Now median is equal to, okay, n by 2th observation plus n by 2 plus 1th observation. So median it is given q. Okay, here it should be divided by 2. 6 by 2, that is third observation. So third observation is 3, as well as fourth observation is 3 by 2. Okay, therefore q is equal to 3. Okay, so here we got the value of q as well. Okay, this was p. Okay, finally over here now they can include or add one more question after this. Find the average of p, q and m. Okay, p plus q plus m divided by 3. Okay, these things can also be included. So this is the final answer. Please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now next question is question number 28. Okay, question number 28. A boy scored the following marks. A boy scored the a boy scored the following marks in various class tests during a term. During a term. Each test being marked. Each test marked out of 20. Okay, however, this information is uh, we it is not that much required, this observation. Okay, the marks are 16, then 10, are the marks. What we have to find the mean, median and mode. Okay, find the mean, median and mode. Okay, I took this question over here just because all three things they are asking to you to find: the mean, median and mode. So number of observations are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 observations are there. So first of all, see, to get the median, we have to arrange the observation in the increasing order. So first we'll do that. Okay, arranging the observations in increasing order, in increasing order. So the lowest one I'm finding is 7, then it is 10. Okay, no, before 10 we have 9, 7, 9 and 10, 7, 9 and 10. Then after 10, 16, 17 is definitely there, 2 times 16 is there, 12 is there. So 12, then 14, then 16, 16 and 17. Okay, 12, 14, 16, 17, 16 is 2 times. Okay, after 17 we have 18, then 19, then 20. 19 and 20. Okay, definitely we do check all the values again. So 7 has been taken. First of all, we will check whether they are in increasing order or not. 7, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so 7 has been taken, then 9, then 10, okay, then 12, then 14, 2 times 16 the first, this is the second one, then 17 and 18, 19, 20. Okay, 18, 19, all values are taken. Okay, this is the, so from this we can definitely find the median directly, because this time 11 observations are there, so it is easy to find the median. Now to find mode is very easy, 16, because it occurs maximum times, 2 times. Now median, definitely it will take sum of observation divided by number of observations. So let us start. Now mean equal to 7 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11, sorry, 10 plus 12 plus 14 plus 16 plus 16 plus 17 plus 18 plus 19 plus 20 divided by, you have to divide by number of observation, that is 11. So this is going to give you the mean. So we have to add these observations. So let us start by adding. Okay, so 142 upon 11, that is the sum of all the observations. Okay, so here we got the sum from here. Now I have to add this 7 and 9, because I added only 2 digits. So 7 plus 9. So this gives you 142 plus 16, 158. 158 upon 11. So in this way you will be able to find mean, that is approximate equal to something 14.3. Okay, that is the mean. Now we'll find the mode. Let us find the median first. Okay, median over here is equal to, as n is odd, so n plus 1 by 2th observation. Okay, that is n is 9. Sorry, n is 11. 11 plus 1, 12. 12 by 2, that is 6th observation. Okay, and 6th observation is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 16. So median is 16. Now mode is again 16, because we can see it occurs maximum time is 2. So this is the mean mode and median of this data. So please note it down, then we will see the next question. Okay, now next we'll see question number 32. It's first one. Okay, question number 32. It's first one. That is the next question that we'll see over here. Question number 32. It's first one. Okay, question is find the value of k for which, okay, find the value of k for which the mode of the data is 7. The mode of the data is 7. Okay, so observations are given 3 5 5 7 3 3 5 5 7 3 6 7 9 6 7 9 again 6 7 3 7 3 5 7 3 7 3 5 7 3 and k. So first of all we have to write the frequencies of these observations. Okay, and then we have to uh, find that what should be the value of k so that mode becomes 7. So here I can write data or value, and over here, okay, here I am writing that telemark, and then over here I do write frequency. Okay, so first of all I'll see which different values do we have. We have 3, okay, then we have 5, then we have 7, okay, then 3 5 7, then 6 9, okay, 6, and then finally we have 9. So these 5 different values are there with their frequencies 9. So 3, then 2 times 5, then 7, then again 3, then 6 7 6 7 9 6 9 6, now 7 3 7 3 5 7 3 and k. Okay, now if you observe over here, the frequency of 3 is 4. This is frequency of 5 is 3. Then again it is 4. Then again here it is 2, and here it is 1. Now to make the mode 7, the frequency of 7 must be maximum. So definitely value of k must be 7. Okay, so here I can write uh, for mode to be 7, for mode to be 7, uh, k is equal to 7. Okay, simply here we can see, because its frequency is 4, to make it maximum times I have to take k is equal to 7. So that is the solution. Now please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now next question. However, it is very easy, but still, let us see that question. Question number 33. Next, we are going to solve, that is question number 33. Okay, question number 33 on page number 946. The demand of different shirt size. Okay, the demand of different shirt size sizes so obtained by a survey, so obtained by a survey is given below, is given below. Okay, different size, then number of persons using it, number of persons using it. Okay, these two informations are given. Okay, so let us see. Information is okay, and overhead is given 26, 39, 20, 15, 13, 7 and 5. What we have to find the model shirt size. Find the model shirt size. Okay, find the model shirt size. It's okay. Find the model as observed from the survey. Okay, so here we have to find the model shirt size. So simple. It's very simple. Simply we have to see the frequency of which particular number or which particular size is the greatest. So you can see this 39 is the greatest. Okay, so what you find model shirt size is 39. Okay, so it's nothing to do with this. Okay, here frequency of size 39 is maximum, therefore model shirt size is 39. I'm not writing because of this 39 because the size is also 39, so don't get confused. Let me make it, suppose for a while this is let it be like that only. For a while suppose this is 40. Okay, I'm changing it so that you won't get confused. Okay, on the basis of as the maximum frequency of which shirt 39 is maximum. Okay, that's why it is 39. So answer is on the based on this. Okay, we have to see frequency of which particular size is greatest, that will be our answer. Okay, so here I am making changes so that you won't get confused, as the frequency is 40 but the answer is 39. Okay, here I am also making that change. Okay, here frequency of, okay, frequency of size 39 is maximum, so model share size is 39. Okay, here is maximum, that is 40. Okay, so please note it down. Then we will see the next question. Okay, now next question is question number 40. Question number 40 from page number 946. The mean value of 200 items, the mean value of 200 items was found to be 50, was found to be 50. Later on it was observed, later on it was observed, later on it was observed that the values of two items, that the values of two items were misread as were misread as 92 as 92 and 8 8 instead of 192 and 198, sorry, instead of 192 and 88 respectively. Find the correct mean. Find the correct mean. Okay, we already solved this type of questions, but over there it was one observation that was misread as differently or uh, taken wrongly. Here there are two items which misread as this and this, 92 and 8. 92 and 8 instead of 192. That means we can say these two are the corrected values. Okay, these two are the corrected values, 192 and 88. Actually they should take this, but they took this. So first we'll find the sum of all observation. From that I will subtract these incorrect values, I will add these correct values, and that gives me the correct sum, and I'll be able to get the correct mean. So let us see how to solve solution. So uh, mean of mean value of 200 items were found to be 50. Okay, mean of 200 items. So incorrect mean, actually I do write incorrect, okay, incorrect mean is equal to uh, incorrect sum, okay, incorrect sum divided by 200. Number of observations are, so incorrect mean is how much? It is 50. So here I'll get incorrect sum divided by 200. So that gives you incorrect sum, that is 50 multiplied by this. Okay, mean, incorrect sum upon number of observations. So here I got incorrect sum. Now what I have to do, I have to find the correct sum. For that I take out these two and I will add these two. Okay, so now correct sum is equal to incorrect sum, okay, minus incorrect items or values plus correct items or values. Okay, therefore correct sum is equal to this incorrect sum minus incorrect item, that is 92 plus 8 plus 192 192 plus 88. So by solving this we'll get the correct sum. Okay, so this is 10,000 minus 10,000 minus 100 and plus 280, that is 10,000 plus 180, that is 10180. This is the correct sum. Okay, 10180 is the correct sum. Okay, now what you have to find? Now correct mean is equal to correct sum divided by 200. So correct sum is 10180. Let me do check this. This is 10,000. Okay, plus I have to add 180. So 08101. Yes, it is 10180. 10180 divided by 200. Okay, so 0 cancel. So 1018 upon 20. Okay, 509 upon 10, that is 50.9. So final answer is 50.9. This is the correct mean. So please note it down. Then we'll see the next question. Okay, now next question, that is question number 41. It's first part. Next question is first part of the question number 41. Okay, question number 41. It's first part. Question is the average score of boys in an examination of boys in an an examination of a school is 71. Of a school is 71, and that of girls and that of girls is 73, and that of girls is 73. The average score of the school is the average score of school is 71.8. find the ratio, find the ratio, find the ratio of boys, find the ratio of the number of boys to the number of girls, to the number of girls that appeared in that appeared appeared in examination. Okay, let us see how to solve this sum. Okay, so let us see its solution. See, uh, average of boys is given, average of girls is given, and average of school is given. We have to find the ratio of girls is to boy or boys is to girl, whatever. So suppose, suppose uh, number of boys, sum of boys and average or mean of boys, okay, and average of and average score of boys is x, sigma x and x bar respectively. Okay, that means number of boys, I am assuming x, sum of the score of the boys is sigma x, and average score of boys is bar. Also suppose number of girls, comma, sum of score of girls, sum of score of girls and average of girls is y, sigma y and y bar respectively. Okay, so now x bar is equal to sigma x upon x, and x bar is the average score of boys. Average score of boys is the average score of boys in an examination is 71 is equal to sigma x upon x. So here I can say sigma x is equal to 71x. Now in the similar way I can say y bar is equal to sigma y upon y, and average score of girls and that of girls 73. So 73 is equal to sigma y upon y. Therefore sigma y is equal to 73y. So here I got two things, that is sum of the scores of the boys is 71 into x, that means their average and their number, multiplication of average score of boys multiplied by number of boys. Similarly, uh, sum of the scores of the girls is equal to average score by of girls multiplied by number of girls. Now what next we have? We have the average score of school. Now average of school is equal to, here I can write total number of students, that is girls and boys, okay, total score of girls and boys is equal to total score of girls and boys divided by total number of girls and boys isn't it? So that is the average of school. Now average of school is given. How much it is? Average of school is 71.8 is equal to total score obtained by girls and boys. So is score of girls plus score of boys. So score of girls is, sorry, score of boys sigma x plus sigma y upon total number of girls and boys, that is x plus y. So here 71.8 is equal to, now sigma x is equal to 71x, sigma y is equal to 73y upon x plus y. What we need to find? Ratio of number of boys to the girls, and we assume number of boys is x. That means actually we have to find this x is to y. Okay, so now over here on cross multiplication I will get 71.8 x plus y is equal to 71x plus 73y. Okay, so this is almost done. On further multiplication, here I will get 71x. Okay, 71.8x plus 71.8y is equal to 71x plus 73y. Okay, therefore I can write 71.8x minus 71x is equal to 73y minus 71.8y. Okay, I took y on that side. So here I'll get 71.8x minus 71x, that is 0.8x is equal to 1.2y. What I need to get? X upon y. So x upon y is equal to 1.2 upon 0.8, that is 12 upon 8, that is 3 upon 2. So here I can write, therefore x is to y is equal to 3 is to 2. Ratio of girls to the boys in the school is 3 is to 2. So please note it down. Okay, so that is all about this lecture as well as this chapter. Now in next lecture our new chapter. Till then, bye, thank you, take care, stay at